I hope you're having a good morning, noon, night. Whenever this video may reach you, do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get that thing whenever I upload a new video. So today's the day. I am outside. It's cold, but it actually feels good and refreshing. Y'all know my allergies have been like really not the greatest. So fresh air, like, it helps me out a lot. So I was like, let me just sit outside and I'm not hungry, so I didn't want to go. And I'm trying not to eat out as much. Like, even though I go out and it's because like lots of times for like content, like I like to talk to you guys in places. It's not just because I just want to eat all the time. We like the in the IRL. Y'all like to watch me eat. Y'all like to watch me go to the grocery store. So, I give y'all that type of content. But today I'm having a decaf French vanilla coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. And I got me some scratch offs. And hello, Mooey. I think that's how you pronounce your name. And I'm just sitting here, reflecting on life. Can you be my pet? Absolutely, you can be my pet. I'm just sitting here reflecting on life and all of the things that has happened to me like in the past couple years and all of the things that I go through. And I know I'm not the only one that has a bunch of ups and downs and ebbs and flows. And I also know that me talking about things that I experience and just talking about how I feel, I know that it helps people. So I'm not going to get too much into like detailed experiences, but I do want to talk about like how the greatest teacher is life. Like the greatest lessons you will learn is through experience. And thank you. You're welcome. Good morning, everybody. All three of y'all up in here. Make sure y'all double tap the screen. I just, life is truly a movie. And I say that at the end of every video. I always say life is a movie and you're starring in it because it truly is a movie. And I just I am learning how to continuously give myself grace. Why is it like every time I start talking, like my congestion is just crazy? Because I was breathing fine. I'm still learning how to continuously give myself grace. And, like, it's not the easiest to, like, go through the downs and not feel like, oh, woe is me. Or why is this happening to me? And, we also have to take accountability for the fact that we are in control. Hey guys, we're in control. And that's something that I have to remind myself too. Like, these things are, "Oh, what's up, son? How you been? Good morning, boo. Thank you. I love it when y'all anticipate my needs. We have to take accountability for the situations, the people, the places, the things, and everything that happens is a product of our imaginations. It's a product of our perspective on things. I was literally just fine. It's a product on how we see ourselves. Good morning, Lex. It's a product of how we feel about ourselves, our self esteem, our confidence. I look good. Thank you. Can y'all double tap the screen so I can squeeze my tiny ass up in this algorithm? Thank you guys. Double tap the screen. What's my thoughts on saying once you go white, you oh please. So everything that's around you is something that you created. And I try to do the work and I try, and I'm saying try, I don't like to use the word try because I always say trying is failing with honor, but I have been kind of failing with honor in certain areas of my life. You know what I mean? I can't hold you because I know that I could excel, I could do better in certain areas, I could be smarter, I could be wiser, I could be more responsible. You like my hat? Thank you. My allergies are not like, I'm still having congestion. This you hear me, I'm like gotta do that a couple times, but my eyes are better. Remember, my eyes were so bad. Thank you, son. Thank you for the gift. Remember, my eyes were like watering. It hasn't been that bad. Like, so, but it's just a congestion, which was not like this when I was walking around. But once I sat down, anyways, so yeah, like, and then it's easy to blame other people because you can be a victim of a circumstance. You can be a victim of something happening, but you gotta at the end of the day, it's like, well, are you gonna live in victimhood or are you gonna do better, and continue to strive and move forward? And for me, like when I was younger, when I was in my 20s, oh shit. I used to constantly live in victimhood. That was a gust of wind. And I don't have my regular stand that I usually use, but it's okay. Hi, niece from Boston. Shouts out to Boston. It's cold as hell. Yes, everybody, double tap the video. I need 5 more likes. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You from Mumbai? Okay. Exactly. Your words belong in the trash. Who words belong in the trash? Your words? Who you talking to? But like I was saying before, the wind rudely interrupted me. We are literally in control, and I look at life like a metaphor. It's like either you're gonna be the driver or you're gonna be the car. So are you gonna drive the are you gonna ride the horse or are you going to be the rider? You know what I'm saying? And it's like for me, I've let things happen by default, or I've let things happen because it was comfortable or it was convenient or it was like familiar. But when you know that you want different for yourself, thank you, Gigi. Oh, that thank you for the Gigi. Thank you, Josh. I look gorgeous. Thank you guys. Um, when you want better for yourself, then you do better. But when you continuously repeat the same cycles and you live in the same loop, it's because you keep creating and you keep spinning that narrative for yourself. So it's easy to be like, oh my God, woe is me. Everything sucks. I don't have this. I don't have that. And I continuously lived in a perpetual state of victimhood. I've talked to you guys about this multiple times. I used to be like always crying all the time about everything. I do not do that anymore. Like, I rarely cry. Like, if something really bothers me, then I'll like cry. But I don't cry as much as I used to because now I understand like how much internal power I have. You know what I mean? Like, and I understand who I am. I understand that what I'm living in right now is not forever. And I also understand that what I'm living in right now is a product of my thoughts because I manifested all of that. I've created this. I've created a platform, with almost 50,000 subscribers, and I've created my love bugs. I've created, you know, um, the support that I get from people that fuck with my content. I've created a lane for myself. I've created a niche for myself, and it's because I always saw this. And this is what I want y'all to say too. Why is people coming up in here trolling? Like, bitch, fuck you and your mother. Hello, D Wayne. This is a beautiful pic with the sky in the background. Oh, you're right. That is really nice. But I've created all of these things, and people used to make fun of me a lot because when I was younger, hey El Boogie, I used to always say I was a music fashion artist, right? I could never put myself in a box. I could never be like, oh, I'm just a singer or I'm just an actress or I'm just like a TV personality or I'm a stylist or I'm a designer or I'm a writer or an artist. Like I could never put myself in a box because I literally am blessed to have so many different talents. And then they would be like, well, you don't even know who you are. You don't even know what you want to do. And it's like, I always knew what I wanted to do. There wasn't an avenue for me to express myself and to show all of the layers and all of the facets of my personality. You know what I mean? And people would like make fun of me because of how many followers I remember I had 12 followers on Instagram and I was so embarrassed, right? And my ex-boyfriend at the time, I don't know how many, he probably had like 1,000, but that was like a lot, like a big deal. And I remember him like laughing, him and his sister. Thank you, Sunset Summer. Him and his sister was laughing at me, like, oh, you only got 12 followers. Like, they was really cutting my ass and making fun of me. And I felt so ashamed. I was so embarrassed, like, oh my God, I only have 12 followers. But I didn't know it was very hard for me to even be able to conceive of a humble beginning because people will always put me down for starting. People will always put me down for not starting at the top or having everything at the top, you know? And I used to internalize that and I would feel bad about myself. I would feel like I wasn't shit. Like I would feel like, I wasn't worthy. I'm in the United States of America. I would feel like, damn, like I don't have what I want, so I'm never gonna get it. Everybody around me is doing so much better than me. You know what I mean? Like I just was so pessimistic. Like I was not happy. I complained all the time. And simultaneously, while this was happening, while people were making fun of me, while people was talking about my looks, and I used to have a really big gap in my teeth. So people equated that with me, like being ugly. Like a couple of people called me ugly before, and plus I was always darker. So I used to be like, damn, I never really felt ugly growing up, but I went through a phase in my early 20s where I did not feel attractive because of how people would talk about me. But on the flip side, I was getting photographed everywhere I went because of my style. I was featured in magazines. I was in the New York Times. I was in fashion shows. Thank you guys. Thank you for the thank you, Derek. Thank you, Dub. Where the moms? I don't know. It's early in the morning. They probably at work on a Tuesday. I was People were begging me to help them style artists. Everybody was always asking me where I bought things from. People was calling me the it girl of New York City. Like I had all of these things happening simultaneously. Like on one hand, people were telling me I wasn't shit, I was over the top, I was doing too much. They would always talk about my teeth because I used to have a really big gap. My mother did me a disservice by not getting me braces as a kid, and I used to beg her because I was always getting teased about that in school, and I was very insecure about my smile. And but my mother used to be like, "You're so pretty. Oh, your teeth, your molars, your wisdom teeth are gonna grow in. You'll be fine." Blah blah blah. So, I know, El Boogie. I just be trying to ignore them because relax and unwind. Okay. Um. Oh. So, it was. I had to build my confidence on my own. I didn't really have, like, my confidence came because my style was impeccable. Like, that helped me to feel confident in myself because I knew that a bitch was not outdressing me. I knew that I, was very creative. I knew that everybody always wanted to hire me to do something, like as far as creatives go. And then when I was in my earlier 20s, I was working at Saks Fifth Avenue. I was making money. I had a coin. I was getting paid to do photo shoots with photographers. Like I really lived. And then I started doing like TV personality stints. I started to do like background work on TV shows, and I started to get on production sets, and I really build myself up by finding out what was special about me. And I had to, and even but what kind of like did me a disservice is while I was building, I was still talking down on myself. Like there was still this voice in the back of my head saying, "You're not good enough. What you're doing is not big enough. You're still not rich. You still in the fucking hood." All of these things I was still telling myself at the same time while I was accomplishing amazing things that people wish that they could fucking do. I walked into doors that people would die to walk into, but I couldn't appreciate it because my mind was so convoluted and I was so caught up replaying that same story about myself over and over and over again. And sometimes I catch myself doing that present day because I'm still not fully exactly where I want to be. I still don't have all of the fucking cash that I want to have. Oh, it's 11:11. Oh, wait. Ashe, and so it is. I'm a rose that grew from concrete and a diamond that grew under pressure. I love that. Thank you. I resemble Batty Foreign. I don't know who that is. 8:11. Oh, that's what time it is where you at, son? It's 11:11 here. Wishing you all good fortune, blessings, prosperity, good health, peace. Because, somebody really tried to fuck with my peace. Thank you, Crazy Duo, for the floating heart. I appreciate that. Somebody really tried to fuck with my piece, and it worked. It worked for like a couple of hours. Like I really was like so thrown off. I got out of character. Like it worked for a couple of hours, and I say, you know what? That's nothing but the fucking devil. That's nothing but the devil. Like I've had so much to be happy for and excited for, and then here comes the devil knocking on the door. Like, all right, bitch, you having too much peace. You don't have nothing going on. You don't have no drama. You ain't and you I'm not doing shit. I don't even go outside. I haven't been going outside. I stopped drinking. I haven't been drinking. I haven't been doing shit but working, right? I know you got suitors, but why no man? Baby, it's complicated. I haven't been doing anything but working, and even that is still not enough for me to have undisturbed peace. And I'm like, damn, like I like a couple days ago, I got a million, well, it's 1.4 million views on a video. I was so excited about that. I was so happy. Like I have all of these great things to be excited for. I've been working on a bunch of shit. I'm always working on things. And I think that's the key. Don't ever stop working, even though people don't see the fruits of your labor yet, because when it's time, it'll come into fruition. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, like I've not had any issues. I've not been doing anything. Like, and then here just comes a wave of negative energy. Thank you, Umad. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. And I'm just like, damn, like why do I always have to have things or like these roadblocks? And then I'm like, sometimes things like that happen to deter you or to stop you from making bad decisions, even though you might think it's a good. Oh, thank you, Musa Muhammad, for the little, oh my God, for the little pumpkin pie. That's so cute. I like sweet potato pie. That's my favorite. I'm very excited for that for Thanksgiving. But to kind of stop you from making decisions or from going down a certain path in life that you probably shouldn't, or even from associating with people that probably that don't deserve to be with you. Where did my quarter go on this journey? Where's my quarter? I'm so mad I don't have my stand, y'all. But where did my quarter go? Where did my quarter go? No. Oh man. Oh, here we go. Ugh. Thank you, Yamad. Thank you. Thank you guys. Um, thank you. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sweets, for the flower. Thank you so much. Um, so like I was saying, like whenever you're like on the up and up, or like you're about to reach a new milestone, or things are starting to get good or better, thank you. And things are turning up for you. Thank you, Sweets. Thank you guys. Thank you, El Boogie. Thank you guys. Um, thank you. Yeah, so like I said, I haven't had any issues. Like everything was going, I mean, everything is still going good. But then like the devil comes and tries to like disturb your peace, and that's something that we can't allow to happen. Like we can't allow the devil to infiltrate and like people with bad demonry energy to come and like fuck up your flow. That wagon be y'all are funny. But so like I was saying, even with that, it's like I allow that to come into my space. You know what I mean? Like I allow the door to be open to even entertain it just a smidget. Because even when somebody comes around and they're trying to throw salt in the game, you just need to shut that shit down. Like just disengage completely. Because once you open the door a little bit, then it just explodes, and nobody has time for that, right? And I just want us to be mindful that we're human. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we think things are what they're not. Sometimes we put the blinders on, and I have a problem with trying to see the good in people when they've shown me their evil side, or when they've shown me that they're not for me, or that it's not going to be a good situation. And I'm not perfect. Like, I've done things, I live life. But at the end of the day, I'm a single woman. I don't have children. So whatever I did do, it hasn't been that detrimental. I didn't ruin, anybody's life, or fuck up a marriage, or a home, or do anything to like stop somebody from getting to their bag, or do anything to like harm anybody physically, like. So my conscience is clear as far as that goes, because I'm a good person. I don't have ill intent toward anybody. But on this journey, like, I just be like, damn, like, I have to remind myself that yes, there's still so many things that you want to do, and so many places that you want to go, and you can still go. You will still get there. You just got to keep going. And I want to tell y'all that too. I'm talking to myself and I'm talking to y'all, like, keep going, and don't think about age. Don't think about where you are, the stage you are in life. And so what, if you're not where you exactly want to be, if you keep working towards your goals, eventually you don't have a choice but to achieve them. Thank you, Cash. Thank you. You sound congested. I am. You look beautiful. Thank you, guys. What's up? What's up? I'm so proud of you. You keep going. Oh, we only human, so we're gonna respond. So don't be so hard on yourself. Thank you, sweets. But we can see your healing now, because instead of staying in that spot, you know how to feel and move on, and talk to us, because you're helping me today to move on from some bullshit. See, thank you. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about this, because sometimes, like, I talk to my family, and one of my best friends, like, we talk about things, but I don't. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. But I don't always like to air my grievances about things that I'm going through. Like, even now, I'm not telling y'all personal details. Thank you, son. Oh, y'all running it up with the gifts. Yes, keep them coming. But um just so that I'm not harboring any of that energy, like, this is therapeutic for me as well. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I love y'all so much. And I know sometimes I'll be like, I cried to y'all on my birthday because I was so happy. I'm like, oh my God, thank you, Charlie. Thank you, son. I'm like, damn, like, I really have. I hate when these fucking ratchet ass people fucking start playing this stupid ass fucking music. It's 11 in the morning. Like, why are you a grown ass fucking man and not at work with your Latin ass? Playing his fucking sombrero music. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Thank you, sweets. Thank you, guys. Can y'all hear it? Is this like really loud? I don't want to get a I don't want to get a copyright strike. Like, that loud, stupid ass fucking music. Anyway, anyways, yeah. So like, I don't really want to talk about, like, I don't want to live in that energy. Y'all can hear it. Oh my God. They were not here first. They just came over here. I feel like people do shit like that because they see me. It's so fucking loud. It's not loud. Okay. I just don't want to get a copyright strike. It's fine. Thank you, Charlie. This is their country. Bitch, this is my country. Shut up. Um, like I said, hey Tay, do a clap. Yes, it claps in my cash app. Dollar sign Love Jones TV. I'm so pretty. Thank you guys. Greetings, beautiful soul. Fortune to all your New York scratcher tickets. Thank you. You watching from South Africa. Shouts out to South Africa. Can I have 5 more likes? No, they're not coming toward me. They just like right here. Like, they saw me. They wasn't standing here. I don't know. Well, they playing it from the car, but I didn't see any of these people before I sat down right here. So I looked. They saw me. None of them came toward me though. And then they just stayed. And it's like, you're just choosing to stay right there, like right in my eyesight. But anyways, I don't own the streets. So, And I'm not the music police, so I can't go tell people to turn that racket off. Um, no, these people is getting kicked out. Sweets. I don't know what the hell. These people are fucking weirdos. Like, I don't know what's wrong with people. I really don't. Thank you, Charlie. Who you talking about just got here. They listen to you in the hood, by the way. How does simultaneity what differ for observers in the constant acceleration versus? I don't know what you're talking about. What's up, Vivian? Too much coke? No, I haven't had any of that. I'm congested. I have seasonal allergies. You got a cold. I think it's seasonal allergies. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Cosmic. I'm so cute. Thank you. Thank you guys. So my no, I'm just very congested. Uh Thank you, Charlie. Spit or swallow. I spit in my Cash App $ Love Jones TV. Thank you, maid. It comes to Energy Harvest at 11 in the morning. Everyone should be at work and school. That part. Thank you. Too much root beer. No, I haven't been doing anything. I haven't had any alcohol. Thank you, son. Uh, Let me block these fucking creepy crawling crackheads. Hi, hey, Akira. What's up? Do I have a man? Yeah, I got a bunch of men. How cold is it in New York? I think it's like 48 degrees here. I'm not directly in New York City. I just don't tell y'all exactly where I'm at because I don't think that's the safest thing to do. But I'm around about in that, not, kind of, you know, New York City adjacent. But I'm definitely from Brooklyn. Uh, it's 70. Oh, don't rub it in. Can we get a spin? Can you spin in my Cash App, $Love Jones TV? Are you into having children as a single mother? Um, Maybe. I don't know. I think women should have children because they really want to be a mom. I don't really think they should do it for a man. Even if you're married, I think you should have a child because you really want to be a mother. Because even if you're married, your husband could divorce you, he could leave you, he could die, and majority of the time, the woman is going to be the primary caregiver of the child. So it doesn't. I don't know. I think you should do the best job you can at picking a suitable father. But ultimately, women should have children because they want to be a mother. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Etta. If I could, I would. What you would be a single mother? Have a baby because you want one, not for anyone else. Exactly. Don't you think that's a big problem? Many young black men don't have a father, or black women don't have a father. Well, then that's the men's problem. You need to talk to black men about that. You don't need to come and talk to black women about black men being absent fathers. I never understood that. That's so stupid. Why are you talking to women about men not showing up for their kids or about men not creating nuclear families, about men not marrying the woman? Men are in control of marriage. Men do the proposing. So why aren't men creating more stable homes for their children? Men are in control of conception. The only way a woman gets pregnant is if a man impregnates her. That's the only way. A woman can't get another woman pregnant. A woman can't get herself pregnant. So you need to be asking men that. Why do men create broken homes? Women don't create broken homes. If a man did not get a woman pregnant, there would be no baby. There would be no baby. So to come and ask a black woman, why, oh, don't you think of it? Go and ask him it. Go in the man's chat and ask him about that. Stable homes that keep creating. Yeah. That's why I kind of feel like, if I ever was a single mother, I would be one and done. Like I'm not gonna have multiple kids and do that on my own. I'm not doing that. It would be like one and done if I was going to have a child. And that would be because I really want to have a child. Like women go to the sperm bank these days. Women are in lesbian couples and they want a baby. Like so everything is not always about uh y'all picking up what I'm putting down. And just because you don't live with your man or whatever, like it doesn't mean that your child won't have an adequate father in his or her life. She's uninformed. Most black men stay at home with their families. Okay. I don't care. That's not even what we're talking about. Y'all always want to talk about that and then get mad about what I say. Women body count too high for marriage. Oh, you like children? Oh, you like teenagers? Okay. That's the word, the stable home, which will hopefully keep them in there. Yeah, and just because two people live in the same house doesn't mean it's healthy. Y'all act like kids don't grow up in two parent homes and the homes be toxic as fuck and they still don't um grow up with trauma. I just think that people should do what's good for them, period. Oh, because she will be quick to replace the man. Where am I from? I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Can I have 5 more likes? Everybody that's up in here right now, double tap the screen. That part, Golden. Everybody double tap the screen. Can I have 5 more likes and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed? Ask a demon why they do what they do. That's too long of a journey. It's better just being up under FBA. Huh? I don't get it, but okay. Oh my goodness, I did good conversation. This is what should be spoken about more often. Men taking responsibility. Women are forced to take responsibility. As much as a lot of men say, "Oh, y'all don't take accountability." Like we are forced. If a man gets us pregnant, we have to deal with the whether or not we're gonna terminate the pregnancy. That's us having to be responsible and accountable for sleeping with a man that decided to ejaculate inside of us, or we have to decide whether or not we want to go through the full pregnancy and whether or not we want to give the child up for adoption. That falls on a woman. A man could just get the fuck up and disappear. Thank you, sweets, for the makeup brush. And or we have to decide whether or not we want to actually have the child and raise the child. And a man, once again, even if you take him to court to get some money, that doesn't mean that he's physically going to be present to help rear the child. So the average woman is always responsible when it comes to her children. The average woman that ain't a piece of shit that, actually cares. Thank you, son. Can you like the video instead of acting all these stuff? Be nice. Go to a sperm bank, choose your embryo, no shared custody, no co-parenting. I mean, that's an option. Can I have 5 more likes? Y'all know I like to reach my like quota, which is 100 likes, and we are 24 shy. Hi, love. I love your channel. You're my top 3 YouTuber. Thank you so much, Cicely. Hello. Good morning. Do I have an OnlyFans? I don't have an OnlyFans. Babies are expensive. Box of paper's $50 now. Uh, do you have an OnlyFans? I don't have an OnlyFans. Sometimes them Newports took a motherfucker on an adventure. Who's smoking Newports in 2025? Thank you, Anarchist Cookbook. I love the hat. Hey, Kayla, thank you. Yeah, life is to be lived, man. We need to stop shaming single mothers. Like that shit is corny. Like you have reproductive system, a reproductive organ. It's meant to procreate. Sometimes shit don't work out. Y'all don't go and shame the men that it didn't work out with. You just only shame the parent that stayed and tried their best. Like instead of forming community and like helping women that need help to raise their kids, y'all just judge and denigrate. And I think that's so fucking corny. Like because if women didn't have babies, then the human race would cease to exist. Do you think men need to take more of a Christian outlook toward family? I'm not a Christian, but those set of principles does seem like it can help, for structure and maybe kind of encourage a man to be more family oriented and to actually be a leader and a provider. But a lot of men these days are very sassy, they're very feminine, and a lot of men these days are in competition with women. So they don't want to be they want to cosplay as a leader while the woman is actually leading. A lot of men want to pretend like they are a protector and a provider when him and the woman are equally providing and the woman is doing the majority of the protecting because she's the only one rearing the kids. So it's a lot of cosplay and it's a lot of pump faking that's going on. Like men these days, the average man is not really like a leader. A lot of men complain and complain profusely about being required to pay for things or about being required to be the head of household. Not all, but a lot of men are very, very upset at this patriarchal system. They don't want a woman that doesn't have a job or that's not going to financially contribute to the household. They resent women that are actually stay-at-home moms. A lot of men actually resent women that are stay-at-home moms. So I don't think that, not all, but a lot of men, thank you, Chris. A lot of men really don't want to be traditional. They want to pretend to be traditional on the outside. They want to pretend like they are a leader when they're very feminine and they're competing with women. Like I've had a man compete with me and talk about, oh, well, at least I got this and I got that. It's like you're a fucking grown ass man. Like I don't want no fucking man that's competing with me as a woman. Like as a woman, you see what I'm doing. You see that I have ambition. You see the potential. You can see the trajectory of where I'm gonna go because I'm not gonna stop or ever give up on myself. So why not try to be a helpmate? And I think a lot of men don't understand that their role is to help women. Men's role is to be a helpmate to women. Men's role is to come into a woman's life and add. That's what a man is supposed to do. A lot of men don't want to help women do shit. They just want free and easy access to coochie. And everybody is not going for that shit. Like sometimes you could get a woman that really love you for you. And then even when you love a man for him and you're not using him for money and you don't really even ask him for shit, he still don't really fucking appreciate you. So it's like damned if you do and damned if you don't as a woman these days. And that's why a lot of women are saying, fuck it, I'd rather just be single, take me to Petco. I'd rather be a single mother with my one kid that I know, is going to love me and I could just be with my kid and I won't have to worry about also taking care of a man because a lot of men equate living with a woman to having free domestic servitude. So they feel like, oh, I live with a woman, you're supposed to get up. It's like being under constant surveillance too. I lived with a man before and I absolutely fucking hated it. Like I hated it. I hated I'm not speaking for all women. Nobody's speaking for all women, but I'm speaking for a lot of women that have these sentiments. You're not a woman, so you don't know what the fuck how women actually feel or what women talk about. But I lived with a man and we split everything. We split the rent, we split the bills, we split everything financially. The money was not sexist, but the sexism came into play when it came time to cook and clean. And his mother told me, like, oh, you're not going to do this and you're not going to do that. I said, well, what is a man supposed to do? Like, we're both paying equally, we're sharing the expenses. It's not like he's just paying for everything and I'm just supposed to clean up everything. Like, no, he thought that I was supposed to clean up behind him, cook for him breakfast, lunch, and fucking dinner, and then equally work. I had a job, a full time job, and come home from work and clean up like, and while he just got to work and lay down or do whatever the fuck he was doing. And I'm like, whoa, like, how is this okay? In what world? And a lot of women live like that because y'all, black women, y'all like to get up here and make it seem like black women are the face of a stay at home mom when that's a fucking lie. If black women are married or if black women are living with a man, she has a job. 9 times out of 10, we black women are leading in the workforce as far as every demographic of woman in the world in the United States of America. We are more gainfully employed than black men too. Like we just got to put that out there. So when we live in a house with a black man, we also have a job. We are also have a career, a business, and we're raising the kids too. So on top of that, you want us to work, take care of the kids, and clean up the house and do everything while all you do is work. That does not make sense. Like in what world does that make sense? I just don't understand that. I feel like if it's gonna be 50-50, then everything should be 50-50. Like if we're really gonna do 50-50, if I'm gonna pay, we're gonna split everything, then I think that everything should be split. Like it shouldn't be we only splitting the money, but I gotta do every fucking thing else. Like what? Hey, Sequavia and black men would never let us rest either. You know what? Son, the guy that I was with, he was half Latino, half black. And he wouldn't let me rest either. Like I had to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, even on my days off. If I didn't have to be to work at a certain time, he hated to see me resting. He hated to see me laying down. He hated to see me not doing anything. He hated like if people were to ask me like, "Oh, what did you do?" If I said nothing or if I wasn't constantly on like a hamster wheel, he hated that. He hated for me to always he hated it if I was not always doing something. Like it's like, why are you just laying down? And I'm like, what the fuck you mean? I'm off of work. I don't have to work. What's the problem with me laying down? Like, we don't have kids. It's just me and you. Why do I have to be up? If he was up at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, going to jog or going to the gym, he expected me to follow his routine and do everything that he was doing. And I hated that shit. Like, why do I have to get up with you at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym with you? Why do I have to get up with you when you need to go to the studio? Why do I have to go everywhere you're going and be a constant servitude to you? I resented him for that. I really did. Because on top of that, I was still working a full-time job. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's not like I was resting in femininity. The way y'all make it seem is like black women is just out here not working and people are just cashing out on us and flying us the fuck out. That's a lie. Even if a woman is not making that much money, even if she's working at Starbucks, even if she's only making $30,000 a year, she is still 9 times out of 10 working full time. Working at Starbucks, being a CNA, being a nurse, childcare, and I'm talking about low level jobs. When you work a low level job, working in sales, low level jobs require more physical labor, more toil, more standing around, more human interaction. It requires more than, when you have like a clerical job or something like that. And then on top of that, like a lot of us now, like we're building brand, like me, for instance, I work all fucking day and night because I'm building a personal brand. I work for myself. What I do is me, a one man band. So me doing this all day is like, and doing whatever else it is I'm doing to strengthen what I got going on. I work all day. It doesn't seem like it because people don't understand what it is that I'm doing, but I know that it's going to continue to pay off because I'm not going to stop. And I believe that I have the potential to be one of the biggest fucking content creators in the world. I believe that. I believe that I have the potential to literally wake up one day to an opportunity that changes my whole entire fucking life. That's how it goes. You work, work, work. Sometimes you don't see the payoff right then and there, but it only takes one day, one situation, one opportunity, one person, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour to change your entire life. But the key is to be prepared for it. So when people are self-employed, when people are entrepreneurs, when people are building personal brands, you work for yourself. So it's a different type of grind and it's a different type of hustle. And an average person does not understand that. So if you don't understand that, then you just gonna look at a bitch like me and be like, well, you're not clocking in anywhere. You don't do this, you ain't doing that. It's like, y'all don't know how much I have to do it. Even being perceived, one of my videos 2 days ago got 1.4 million views, thousands of comments. My other videos, 400,000 views. And I'm talking about on TikTok. Over here, I get thousands of views on videos. Being perceived by so many people, when people make videos about me, they repost me, that's a lot to take into. And I'm human, so it's not easy. Everybody be, oh, you need tough skin, you need tough skin. You have to grow that. When you're just thrown into a new arena, being perceived by so many people, you have to continuously cleanse your aura. People be sending you evil eye. It's all types of shit going on. It's also spiritual warfare because, like I was telling y'all early on, people try to throw a stumbling block when you feel like you're doing good and you have peace. This here come the fucking devil trying to knock you down. So it's a psychological thing that's also going on. And when you have to be self-motivated, people don't understand that. Like when you're not governed by anybody, that's the hardest fucking shit you could ever do in the world is to govern yourself. Nobody tells me to get up and check my analytics, look for topics, write out business plans. Nobody's telling me, nobody teaches me how to do shit. I literally am constantly researching, looking up, sourcing shit. I'm not gonna, I don't want to keep talking about what I got going on until it's out there. Y'all could consume, it's out there for y'all, but it's not a fucking cakewalk. I don't have a team yet. What you said? What should husbands do? What should men in relationships do? Hey, Mr. Marcus, thank you for the super chat. I don't know. I don't know. I've never had a husband. The only time, like I said, the last time I lived with a man, his mother, I asked her, and she just looked at me like I had three heads. Cause she's like, "Oh, why you not cleaning up for him every day? Why are you not cooking?" And I said, "Well, we both pay for everything together. So, this is what a woman should be doing. A woman's job is to make meals for her man. A woman's job is to always clean up behind her man. She was telling me I need to have the laundry done once a week. I need to be doing the laundry for the house. And I'm just like, well, what is the role of a man? What is a man supposed to do? The money is not sexist, but the relationship is. And nobody could ever really answer. So, me personally, now, for me to live with a man, he has to pay the overhead. And I'll contribute in other ways. He has to pay if we're renting, he has to pay the rent. If we're living in a home, he has to pay the mortgage. I'll pay some bills. I'll buy food. I'll do domestic work around the house, but he also has to help with that too. And I'll contribute in other ways. But I think that a man should be the head of the household, and the head of the household takes care of uh, the overhead. And I think that your man should make a woman feel safe. He should make his woman feel secure. He should help her and be a helpmate. I think that a man and a woman should be a helpmate to each other. But I think that a man should facilitate a safe and comfortable environment, especially if that woman is in childbearing ages and they want to create a family, because creating a life is a miraculous thing. A woman shouldn't be under any type of duress when she's about to bring a baby, usher a spirit into the world. And a man, he should do whatever it is that he can do uh to help. Men are not a helpmate, women are. No, men should be a helpmate to women. That's why the world is so fucked up, because we're living in the upside down. The divine feminine reigns supreme. That's why everything is so fucked up, is because we're out of order. Where everything is out of whack. We naturally live in a matriarch society in the black community. It's naturally a matriarch. The white community is a matriarch too. Who do you think is behind the scenes pulling all the strings? It's white women. So all of that, the white man, the devil, this and that. White women are the ones that usher them into this physical plane. White women are the one that help them to grow and facilitate their personalities. White women nurture them in whatever way that turns a lot of them to be, turns them into how the fuck a lot of them done fucking carried on in the world. Y'all, we ain't even got to go too deep. But y'all don't have to believe anything I'm saying. I don't care. But a woman is literally the leader in most situations, but she pretends like her man is leading to fuel his ego, to stroke his ego. Women lead naturally. Women are natural protectors. Women protect their children. A lot of men flee. Even when men are in the household with women, they get the fuck out of Dodge when the going gets tough. Y'all heard of that? Go to get milk from the store and never come back. It's easier for men to just check the fuck out. Even men that's in marriages and that live in a house with their wife and children. There's so many. Shout out to Cynthia G. There's so many married single mothers. Uh, I 100% agree. I'm an ex-professional sportsman. Okay. Love, a lot of women tell these men in the house what to do. They don't even buy groceries correctly. Exactly, Vivian. Women have put the foundation on top of the roof on the bottom. Okay. That sounds fantastic. You're doing a great job, young lady. Thank you. This is so true. Hey, Sonya. You are beautiful, sis, but your logic is, hey, we are this way. I don't know what you're talking about. My logic is, hey, what? Hey, what? I don't know. If men took their rightful place, y'all blame women for everything anyway, right? Everything is always a woman's fault in the black community. I can speak specifically in the black community. Y'all always blame women for everything. Oh, it's a women's fault for this. It's a women's fault for that. It's a women's fault for the prison pipeline. It's a women's fault for the crack epidemic. It's a women's fault because we ain't shit and don't got a job. It's a woman's fault because I went to jail, because I went to rob, because I needed to pay bills. Uh, it's always a woman's fault, right? I gotta get out of here. My nose is running. It's always a woman's fault, right? So if it's always a woman's fault, then why not just let women lead? Since y'all blame women any fucking way, why not just choose a woman that you trust, that you like, that you have something in common with, and let her lead you? Be a helpmate to her. Invest in her, because y'all blame women for everything anyway. Like, let's just keep it real. If women are always to blame, why not let women be to blame? Like, really relinquish control and stop putting it in your mind that you supposed to reign supreme and have complete authority and women should submit you. If everything is a woman, you already give your power away to women. You already give your power away to women by saying everything is a woman's fault. So if that's the case, if you actually were honest about the fact that you don't want to step up and do a lot of the hard work, because a lot of men don't. I know people that are married to men and their husband don't know shit about the doctor. They don't know what school the kids go to. They don't know shit. The woman is the treasury of the house. She's making sure all of the bills are paid on time. I have to get more responsible with that because I be behind. And it's not that I don't have the money and I don't like auto pay, but that's something that I got to work on. I need to become more responsible in certain areas. I pay my bills, but I be splitting shit up and anyways. But women are always responsible. Y'all always blame a woman. When shit goes wrong, it was a woman's fault. Y'all did it in the Bible. Y'all said our mortality rate is what it is because Eve ate the apple. It's always a woman's fault. So why not just let a woman lead? Their ego won't allow them to. They rather lead and then blame the woman for any failures. Exactly. That's bullshit. I've got six sisters and they would definitely not do that. Those days are gone. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. The man must do half of everything. Don't let the sleeves crust up with baby snot. It's okay. The same way I do this is the same way I could put this in the washing machine. That they should have no problem leaving us for their preferences. Black women view us as property, but the horses have bolted. That's what happiness when women lead. Eve is a prime example. Eve wasn't leading shit. Eve wasn't leading. What was she leading? She went to the Garden of Eden, according to y'all. But a man wrote that story. There's no proof that that actually ever fucking happened. The Bible literally seems like a book of myths, fables, and fairy tales, if you ask me. But I don't want to get into that. This is not a religious channel. But a man wrote that just to absolve himself of any accountability and to blame women. And that's my point. Y'all continuously blame women for everything. So just let women lead. Y'all gonna blame a woman anyway. So just shut the fuck up and let a woman lead you. Since women are always the source of all of your problems, either leave women alone or let a woman lead you. Since you have no autonomy, you have no control over yourself, everything is always a woman. Let a woman lead you. Mother Sophia and Lilith, the first real woman. It's funny how men are mad at women for being single mothers. Do they want the mother to abandon the child as well? That part, you should get inside. You started to sound weird. Yeah, I'm about to go inside. The man must be a helpmate to the woman. Thank you, son. I'm definitely about to go inside. In like 3 minutes, I'm gonna get off. As a man, I agree with this. I don't think we should blame women. I think women in the government push for y'all to have more power, so it comes with more responsibility, which comes with accountability. Yeah, women don't believe in God, so what the hell can you tell them? Because women don't praise a man as their God. Why the fuck should I praise a man as my God? Why should I believe that I came from a man's rib when rooted in reality? I've never seen a man give birth to a woman or a man. I've seen a woman give birth to a man, and I've seen a woman give birth to a woman, but I've never seen a man give birth. I've never seen a child created out of a man's rib. Y'all want me to believe fairy tales, myths, and fables as opposed to believing what is actually real. Like, if I told you right now a rat was talking to me, y'all would think I was clinically insane. Thank you, son. We are not quiet. Oh, quite there yet. Like, not like it used to be. It's still patriarchal society, unfortunately. Oh God, this lady is who's her? Oh, it's a dog. I thought you. I was like, is she okay? Like, what's going on? He's so cute. Uh, yes, you are giving some really good points here. Thank you. You can tell us something. So leave, Mr. Marcus. MJ, only thing I know is I don't know nothing. You need you or me. I'll pay for everything and let you spend your money on your dreams and your credit. Yeah, I love that. That sounds great. I definitely want to be taken care of. I do. While I continue to take care of myself simultaneously, independent and dependent. Interdependence. Okay, because I'm not gonna stop working and doing what I love to do. but I definitely like to be taken care of. Uh, the patriarchal society will fall in one generation if women would get on one accord. Yeah. Women don't like accountability, but I do think they make good leaders in the household. Women don't have a choice. Sun is a woman. What are you talking about? I've heard her talk a million times. That's a woman. And her actual full name is Sunshine on here, but it's just abbreviated. You don't know what you're talking about. All right, I'm gonna go. I need to like blow my nose. I'll be back. This has been a wonderful interaction. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. Now it's about to be afternoon. Like, comment, subscribe, share because I know you care. Spread love and support the way.